Angel K knocked it out of the park again as always.
It's raining outside. Actually even storming a little bit. And I need to go pick beans, but you can't pick beans in the rain, especially in a storm. Wouldn't recommend that. So today, I figured I'd just, while I'm waiting for it to stop raining, I'd just make us a nice simple dessert and I'd bring you along for the ride. So what I'm going to teach you how to make today are brown sugar Chewies. If you have never had and the oven is preheated. If you have never had a brown sugar Chewy, you need to take your little self into your kitchen, make you some right now, because these are to die for. I've been making these for years. We absolutely adore them. If you ask me, there's nothing better than that brown sugar and vanilla flavor. It is just amazing. So, this is easy, it's simple, so let's get started. In this bowl, we have 2 cups of packed light brown sugar. You want it packed. That's how you're gonna get the best brown sugar flavor. Make sure you kind of run your fingers through it. Make sure that there's no lumps of brown sugar, because you know brown sugar is kind of lumpy. And you want to make sure that you get all those lumps mashed out a little bit. Now to this, we are going to add 1 stick of unsalted butter that I have melted and cooled. And as you can see, it's starting to solidify just a little bit again, but you want to make sure it's cooled. Now you want to make sure you get all that butter out of there, because you don't want to miss a drop of that. Now you want to mix those 2 together. It's going to almost look like wet sand. When you're done with this step, it's going to almost look like wet sand. But it's not wet sand. I wouldn't recommend eating wet sand. That's not exactly what I'd call good eats. Now, see, it looks kind of like wet sand. Now to this, we are going to add 2 large eggs. These are from our beautiful hens. And I am going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. You guys know, if you've been watching me for any period of time at all, you guys know I don't measure vanilla. So that's 2 roughly measured teaspoons of vanilla extract. It may be a little more, because I love vanilla. So now you're going to mix all that together. And yes, if you're thinking this is crazy easy, it's because it is crazy easy. And my guess is you probably have most of this stuff in your house already to go in your kitchen and make these right now. And your family would thank you for it. Whoever you made these for would thank you for it. And if you just make them for yourself, your mouth will thank you for it. You want to kind of, if you see any lumps of brown sugar that are kind of lumped up in there, you want to kind of take your spoon and kind of push them up against the side of the bowl to kind of break them up. Because you want this step right here, you want it to be nice and smooth. And see, it's very smooth. See? Now, for our dry ingredients. On this piece of wax paper, I have 1½ cups of all-purpose flour. I have 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda, baking powder, and about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Now we are going to dump all of this in. I'm using my wax paper as a funnel. That's the reason I measure things out, my dry ingredients out on wax paper, because I can use it as a funnel. See, you don't even need a mixer for this or nothing. Just a spoon. And a bowl, of course. Because I wouldn't recommend mixing it up without a bowl. That would be called a mess. Now, this is going to take just a little bit to stir this together, because as you can see, it's going to start getting stiff on you. But that's the stiffness of the batter is what makes them Chewy. That's the name, brown sugar Chewy. And if you love brown sugar, this is the dessert for you. And if you guys have been watching me for any period of time at all, you guys know I love brown sugar. I don't think I can open a bag of brown sugar without sneaking a little taste. I have always been that way since I was a kid. I would sneak taste of brown sugar. Just that sweet molassesy flavor has always been something that I've absolutely loved. Now you want to make sure you scrape all the way to the bottom. Make sure you get flour incorporated into all that. And now you've got this beautiful, thick, gooey batter. Now, you want to have your oven preheated to 350 degrees. Now, I've got a 13 by 9 baking dish here that I've lined with parchment. It will make it much easier on you later to get them out of the pan. So I've got it lined with parchment. Now I'm just going to spray it down. Now you're just going to empty your Chewy batter into your pan. Like I said, it's going to be nice and thick. Now don't expect these to bake up really thick. These are not going to be thick. They're going to be thin in your pan. They're going to be very thin. That's part of it. That's part of what makes them nice and chewy, is them being nice and thin. If they're thick, they're not going to be as chewy. The best way I can tell you to get this spread out of your pan, spray your hands with a little bit of cooking spray. Rub them together. Use your nice clean hands to pat it into your pan. That is the best, easiest way I can tell you, because it's so thick that it's going to be hard to spread it with a spoon. So this is your easiest way to get it into the pan. You want to make sure you get it out to all corners. And like I said, it's going to be thin. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Don't think you did something wrong, that you didn't add enough ingredients. It's going to be thin. It's going to rise up some, but it's still going to be a relatively thin cookie bar. Now it's all patted into your pan. Now you're going to take this, put it into your 350 degree preheated oven until it's almost set. You do not want it fully set in the center, because you want it to be able to carry over cook and bake to chewy perfection. I will be back and show you what it looks like when it's slightly golden brown on top and the perfect doneness. Okay, these beauties are out of the oven now. They look and smell amazing. Like I said, they're going to be thin, and as you can see, they're golden brown on top and a little crackly. When you push on them, they still feel soft and chewy. That's the way you want them, because then they're going to turn out perfectly chewy when carryover cook kicks in and they're completely cooked. They're going to be perfect. It will take about 30 to 35 minutes. Mine took exactly 31 minutes. So now you want to let these cool completely. Do not be tempted to eat them now. Let them cool completely. Otherwise they will tear up. We'll be back and I'll show you just how delicious these are.
Alright, now I get the pleasure of tasting these beautiful things. I always get the middle pieces if I can, because Angela Kay loves them corners and edges. So I try to get the middle since I don't really care. And obviously they're amazing. Always are. It's such a beautiful brown sugar chewy. Now, they're good by themselves. They're also really good with vanilla ice cream. Yeah. But, I mean, we're just eating them plain. They're awesome. Really good, easy, simple dessert. Simple little snack that you can make. Angela Kay knocked it out of the park again as always. So thank you guys so much for watching. We do appreciate it. My name is Jason. That's Angela Kay. This is our Recreational Homestead. We love y'all. God bless you and goodbye.